about low code. Hello YouTube, my name is Karina, my host here in TALKNTALK. Today we talk about low code. It's an amazing subject that we talk about this subject that the market is growing. And we talk about the different point of view. So I am excited about this, to talk this conversation with you guys. So before, one moment. So TalkTalk is a platform that you can learn languages, Italian, German, Spanish, and English, French. So for beginner, intermediate, and advanced English speakers, we have a class here. So more information, you can visit talktalk.com.br. And so I think that's it, guys. So you can start our conversation. So remember that I'm not a teacher. I'm a student at TalkNTalk. I'm a host, facilitator. So I love to study English. I love to talk in English. I like to study. And so I'm not teaching nothing. We are here to practice our English, our conversation, not correct anyone, okay? Here is only to talk, to practice. Okay, let's go. Let's start. Felipe, can you start the first question?
What is low code and how does it differ from traditional software development? Should I answer or?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
start to answer.
I was just searching on Google what is low code because I had no idea. Okay, I had some idea, but just to confirm, it's when you use the interface to code instead of just typing some like lines and queries. So it's easy for someone like me who didn't go to like a IT college. So you can programming even if you don't know how to code.
Yeah, yes. It's an application that if you didn't know to code, I think that's minimal of use of line of code. I think that you need to understand some things, but not like a programmer, developer. Yes. And about you, Leo?
Yeah, I was thinking about no code because it's different when we compare it to low code. There are low code solutions when that you need to program a little bit to write so a few lines of code. But I would say that could be so much easier compared to a traditional way to program. Yeah, for example, C++, Java, or something like that. I really don't know and wouldn't like to learn a language like that. I'm just looking for the opportunity to study more Python, focus on data science, but maybe just Python. I don't know the others. Uh, and no code is when you have a software and you don't need to program anything to build to build a solution.
Yes. Low code, you need to know something, knowledge, some knowledge. I think basic knowledge in programmer, you can have skills to programming in some platforms. So talking about the programming language, if you want to learn, Python is a good language to start. Is easy, more easy compared with Java. For me, Java is so difficult in the university when I was learning. So difficult for me, Java. I don't like Java. Okay, can you read the second questions, Leo?
Yeah, I'm open here. How does low code streamline the development process? Um, I forgot the meaning of streamline. Do you
I
know?
think that speed up, more speed up. Streamline, I think, is more speed.
Okay. Well, maybe with low code solutions, you can hire um, more, for example, business analysts to realize some implementations without needing, for example, an IT area. It depends on the job. We can uh, realize some activities or develop something using business professionals and not just technology professionals. Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. The business procession is more speed. Is more speed with this. Yes, and the solutions provide I think that building blocks that the IT users can bring it together to automate your workflows. Yes, and I think that's the process of development is more speed. Yes, and about you, Philippe?
Yeah, I was just remember I was doing a project during college, and we used blocks to code, so I think it was low code, probably. And yeah, I think it speeds up because so you don't have to study the language. You can just like do the logical thing and see like make the whole flow. I think that's easier, especially if you don't know the language, like it's a Java or PHP, Python. So that's how I think it could speed up. You just do the logical and don't think like what kind of function should I have to like import libraries or something like this.
Yeah, yes. So move on for the third questions. What are some common use cases for low-code platforms? So I think that the first platform that I learned with low-code is MIT App Inventor. MIT App Inventor. It's amazing platform that until kids learn to code with building blocks. The other is Microsoft Power Apps, but I didn't work. And the other is OutSystem, is a company that specialized with low-code platforms, and is amazing. And we have a Brazilian platform that the name is Cronapp. Yes. Do you know other, Felipe, Leo, other platforms?
I know just on data science field, Alteryx. It's a platform that you can build machine learning solutions, just dragging and drop some blocks.
And you, Felipe, do you know?
I don't know any.
Yes. Is my husband and one day said, if you want to learn some of this platform, I think that we have today a lot of courses today for people that to follow this market in IT field. OutSystem Altis is a big company that have this platform, and big companies use this platform to create your process, your softwares. Yes, it's good. So the four questions. Can you read, Felipe?
Oh, yes. How does low code impact the role of developers and IT professionals? Yeah, I was thinking to use low code with someone that doesn't know like how to code actually. But yeah, I think if you don't know like specifically language, you could code like faster than the like if you have to learn the language, a new language is easy to it's easier to use low to the script or the project.
Yeah. Okay, one moment, guys. I hear. I think my.
It's just
Okay, my battery is low. Okay, sorry.
yeah. I was just talking that if you use low code, if you don't know like a language, you can just use low code, so it's easier, so you don't have to learn a new things, and that's
Yes,
how I
yeah.
see how low code could be used in this case.
Yes. Yes, because I think there's a compare the developer with the people that learn in low code. I think this affected the professionals. So I think that we didn't compare. For example, I think that the developer, the low code, didn't replace the real developer. I think that the pandemic has only accelerate the digitalization process, and I think that leaving the teams more overwhelmed. So I believe that can collaborate to develop applications faster with less code, less workflows, but it doesn't replace 100% the developers. I think that the low code came, but I think that I didn't study. I think the companies didn't need more developers. No, I think that some particular cases, I think some resources you can use a low code, but not all. I think that my point of view. And about you, Leo?
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, I was thinking about that because, for example, with low code solutions inside of a process in a company, this is not going to replace the programmers, but the programmers maybe will not need to work few basic developments, because basic developments could be done for business analysts, for example, and complex developments where the low code solutions is not able to implement something.
Yeah.
The programmers will be the human resources totally able to do advanced things more than the low code solution.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes, I totally agree. I think that is I think that for me this process is good for business, speed process, that for example you need to a application that you use it for temporary application, for example, Oh, okay. I need it for this event, for these cases, for 1 month this application. So, but your team don't have time to create first start from zero. Okay, I think the good options to use the low code in this. But we have some benefits, but we have other negative point of view of this solution. Yes. So guys, so move on for the 5 question. Can you read, Felipe?
Yes. What are some best practices for using low code effectively? Okay, I would just guess the answer because
Okay, no
I really
problem.
don't know. So I would start to like maybe draw a flow. What best practice. Okay, I have to think about.
No problem, no problem.
Can someone go first since I have an idea how to answer the question?
Yeah, the best practice that if you want to start learning low code, what's the best practice that you need before starting to code to knowledge, you know? So I think that for me is first is knowing your business process. Business process is important, and the other thing that is the practice, to know the platform, to know the tools, the training, and with you and your team, the viability. I think that's a good practice to start effectively, to start programming with low code. Yes. And about you, Leo?
I believe that in addition to what you said, I would say understanding programming logic. It's important
Yes. Good.
to work not even in traditional development or using low code, but understand the logic and think in a problem using programming logic. It's so much many important to achieve the principal goal. Yeah, because sometimes I had a problem yesterday in my job. I'm not a programmer. I work as a product manager, but the programmer was trying to solve a problem in a game, building a game like Sea War, yeah, Batalha Naval, like a game like that. And he was trying to solve a problem using coordinators, coordenadas. I forgot how can I say.
Yes.
In JavaScript, but when we started to talk about the possible solution, we saw that thinking about numeric logic from 1 to n, 1, 2, 3, could be so much easier to use compared to coordenadas, yeah. And sometimes we think about the most complex solution and we forget to think about the basic, yeah. Some solutions could be so basic and we don't need to think about a very complex program to solve a problem. He was trying to build Ferrari, yeah, to run in a small city. Yeah, it was not necessary. And that's why I believe programming logic focus on the context. It's so important.
So nice addition that you said. Is so important. Programming logic. I think for everyone, it's important. I didn't, I was starting a course with I think it's Coursera. I don't know the platform, but it's a Harvard course, the computer science CS50. I didn't, but it's a computer sciences is to solve problems, and I think about computer science, and is the amazing course with Harvard. Is the teacher is only in English, but now is in Portuguese, but we have in English. So we have concepts with solving problems with logic, with computer science. Yeah, I think it's so nice because the teacher said computer science, the logic is for everyone, not for developers. Yes, we think to think. I think we think to think to solve the problems.
Totally.
Because I think that other areas we need to solve the problems, and I think it's so amazing this that after I can share for you the course.
Great. I'm looking for some course where I can learn more programming logic using pseudocode. I don't know if you know.
Pseudocode. Yes. For we're talking about, you talk about programming language, solve problems, and now I remember this course, and the Harvard course is free. Is have a certification, and after I can share with you guys. I think it's good.
Great.
So guys, move on for the sixth question. So okay, I can read the 6 questions. Is what are some challenges and limitations of low-code platforms? So for me, no, I don't have experience with low-code in a company, in a project, but my husband have, and he said for me that is dependence of the company, the license. I think that the company, I think the rest of your life we need the dependence of this company. For example, if you choose the OutSystem platform or other, you have to pay. I think that expensive license is not cheap. I think that we have talents, depend of the company, if you have a budget for this. And I think that the other limitation, if you wanted to implement in specific features, I think that limitation of technology, I think that we have limitations of this platform. I like it, for example, okay, I use the platform, the name is Elementor. Elementor is a platform that you can build your website with in the WordPress. I don't know if you don't know WordPress. So you can build platforming systems, websites, web pages, e-commerces. So I think that for me, my experience, I didn't like, because we have the platform have the limitations, is a drag and drop, and so I needed this design, but I didn't want this, but I have only this. I think that I'm not free to create to have other options that I have, and so my experience, I didn't like this platform that I think that I have limitation for the projects. Yes. And about you, Philippe, do you have some experience with some platforms or something?
Not really. I just starting programming, but I can see that at first it will be good to use low code, so you can like understand the logical. But the limitation is that, yeah, as you said, if it's a very complex feature you wanna create, very specific themes or like colors, and then you cannot do this just moving blocks. You have to
Yes.
write very specific code for this, and that's one of the limitations.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And about you, Leo?
Yeah, for me, it depends on the size of the project. Low code solutions couldn't be able to solve some problems or to implement some complex algorithm or something like that. Yeah, depends on the situations. You need to use a traditional programming language to solve problems.
Yeah.
Uh, I saw a situation some months ago uh, about a project in data science where SQL was not able anymore to help help us with analysis, and then the programmer decided to use JavaScript to solve because SQL it was not able to finish the job using SQL. And that for me, that's an example where it depends on the situation, you need to use a traditional language.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have some limitations. I think it's all only the depend of the projects is good, but others we have limitation challenge. Yes. So guys, move on for the 7 questions. Can you read, Philippe?
Yes, the 7.
Yeah, the 7 question.
Okay, how does low code fit into an organization's overall digital transformation strategy?
Yes.
So like people that have low knowledge of programming could also code, like create a project and don't depend only in the developers. That's someone who did the whole college, but someone that maybe tried to moving to a different field in IT. He could also create code as well, not as fast as someone that as a developer, but he could also contribute to the project.
Yes. Yes. Yes, because some process in the company, I think I think that the company that adopt the low code, I think is that okay, I want more fast, and I don't have a great or a big team to develop the solution, and depend of the platform is the cost of the platform can be more cheap or expensive, but in some case I think that's a need to study. But the because a lot of company, because of the pandemic, all your business we have is your digital, is a transformation strategy digital. So I think that to fit if you in your business process, it depends. But I think that depend of case, depend of situation, depend of the business. Yes. And about you, Leo?
Yeah, I believe low-code platforms will be able to help a lot companies who that doesn't have any knowledge about
Yeah.
programming, or companies that, for example, small companies, small business,
Yes.
sometimes doesn't have a IT area,
Yeah.
but in the other hand, they need an e-commerce, they need a loyalty solutions, a loyalty program to the clients, or they need a dashboard, or they need a system to organize the budget of the company. Then depends on the problem. A business analyst could be able to realize this and to implement these basic systems. For example, a system to register call centers, calls. Yeah. And so instead of using Excel, a business analyst could be able to build a small system to organize this in a better way, but without needing a programmer to do that, or without needing to, for example, hire technology company or consulting to do this kind of job. Then I believe, for example, the low code solutions will not replace the programmers, but will compete with the basic or intermediate developments. Yeah, I believe that
Yeah.
the programmers will need to be able to work more and more with advanced programmers and solutions, because the basic everybody will be able to do. Yeah, the basic
Yeah.
everybody will be able to put
Yes.
on the highway.
Yes. Yes. I believe this. Yes. 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 So, the 8 questions. What are some examples of successful low-code implementation? So, I think that the case that I know, because my husband said, as in your company that he work is a company that is a big company that sell, I don't know the name, like oh my god, I forget the name in okay, there's no problem. So we create your e-commerce with low code, without system, and he said that was good, was fast, but is the real case that I see, that my husband told me. But continue in this platform, but the problem is that if you didn't want to use more this out system, your developer, your business don't exist more. It's problem. You start to zero from programming language, but the process, the case is real, was good. You was fast. The company was satisfied with this. So I was searching more about the user case because I was curious about, and I share with you guys the company. I think there's a link that I was looking for, some low code cases. I think that I was reading that the bank BMG was using to facilitate in your process, internal process is more fast. I think that other cases when education, healthy area, and other solutions that this company is specialized with low code. And I think it was great to share. only curious to know.
Great. Do you know some free tools, for example, to learn how to program? For example, some free low code tools.
I know that free, I don't know if, yes, OutSystem have a free plan if you want to work. I think some limitation, OutSystem. And this is name OutSystem.
Yeah, I'm seeing here.
Yes, yeah. And in Brazilian tools that I think that I participated in a hackathon one time. And in a hackathon, you need it in the weekend. You need to have an idea and develop the program, the idea. So the team, we want to use the Cron app. Is a Brazilian platform. It's a low-code platform created for Brazilians. So nice. It's a good platform. I think that you have some free plan to create your app, the web system, something, and you have free training, Cron app. So when was the time when I know this platform because of hackathon, and my husband said before that's amazing tools that if you wanted to create something, studying in the is nice. I saw that a video that the owner of the company, the Cron app, was creating and financial app.